I just tried to log in into Doordash and asked me to log in, which I did. What's going on? I think Doordash is down again, but let me go through the procedures of restarting the app and see if that will resolve itself. That was weird. Welcome to our lunch dash along on Tuesday, December, I believe, 28th. And I'm already in North Lexington. My morning hour has now went great. I couldn't get on the platform my other phone, so I drove all the way up to North Lexington. Got to deliver North Lexington on Uber Eats for $8. Then on my way, as I finished that one, as I coming back to the area to Dash, I got the Doordash offer. Was $12 or 14, something like that. When I got to Walmart to pick it up, turned out to be that I think they let go of their employees for the holidays, for the Christmas holidays. So now they only have one shopper that's shopping for these online orders, and she's backed up. So he said it can be about 45 minutes or so. And if you guys know, when I take $14 and I break it down by an hour at $20 an hour, that means 45 minutes. Plus, I needed at least 15 minutes to complete that delivery. So it would have been an hour. $14 for an hour, not according to my schedule, doesn't work. So I asked him a simple question, and you might want to guys consider actually doing the same. And the simple question was, how would you like to not get paid for this hour? I said I wouldn't like it. But then I responded, but you're asking me to wait for 45 minutes. You understand I am not getting paid for this hour. And he looks at me and says, no, there's another option. I can cancel this order and you can go on and get something else. And I said, sure, canceling, it's a great idea, but waiting for 45 minutes is not realistic. So he canceled the order. So, something you guys might want to talk to your Walmart associate and asking them how they feel about not getting paid for the hour that they're asking you not to get paid for, and then see if they can cancel the order. Remember, when they cancel an order, doesn't mean that they cancel on the customer side. That means they just canceled your request, which means in half an hour that request, if not sooner, gonna go out again with Walmart, and they'll get another driver. It's just going to be enough of a delay for them to actually get that order picked, or in my situation. So guys, just keep that in mind. That only works not when you have to wait for a bunch of orders because they're busy. That's when you have to wait for getting the order picked at the store. And finally, we got a 10:30:43. Let's look at where is it going. Going pretty much the same place as the Walmart order did. I am taking it. I don't know, my screenshots not always work lately, so I'm taking it. Let's go get it picked up. Get it picked up at Panda Express.
Panda Express 506 West New Circle Road.
And this is where I just had my breakfast / lunch. Actually still sitting in the parking lot. So let's go. And at the same time, I didn't start a Doordash. I'll show you guys the rating for today. 4.87 average customer rating. We're starting off with the acceptance rate at 26%, completion rate at 98%. So I was not hit by Walmart for them canceling the order. So that's where sometimes it comes into handy. And have 1,110 deliveries lifetime on this account. So let's go out and get that order picked up. Probably will have to wait for them to prep the order because I am here early. Let's go, Uber. So I got it picked up and already got out of the shopping center and trying to make the left turn on New Circle Road. So have 8 minutes of this delivery left. So paid what? $8, something like that. I don't remember. What was it? $10. Let me see. Yeah, so paying $10.43. I should have it done by 15-20 minutes. That means I'm creating that extra cushion, and I like it. If you look at Doordash is still gray out on both apps. That means the lunch hour is not picking up yet. So let's get this done, and hopefully by that time, lunch hour starts picking up, and we'll start getting more and more busy. I'll ask you guys something, and I would really like to get you guys' feedback on this.
In a half-mile, make a left turn on Sandersville Road.
I don't know how to turn this off, otherwise I turn this navigation off. Here's a question that I have for you guys. As Pedro said this morning, as he read the article, they had this program with DoorDash before COVID started. But as soon as COVID started, they pulled their employees from doing this one dash a month. Now, for those of you that were dashing during this COVID, and maybe before COVID, where was that 10 or a $20 compensation for each delivery that you are going out there and you're risking your health, your life, and the health and life of your family, because that's where you're going to go back to? Did they compensate you guys for taking that risk? Or they said, drivers, you guys have no choice. Go and get those deliveries delivered. Oh, we took precautions. We're going to leave it at the door. Well, why their employees were not leaving it at the door? Why they pulled their employees from the project, but drivers never got compensated for that? You know what? That's a really interesting question. Restaurants, go out, meet with your employees, prep the food. Drivers, go out, deliver that food, interact with the restaurant.
1 mile, make a right turn.
But at the same time, they would not send their employees to do the same. How do you guys feel about that? Where's that compensation? Hey, customers, stay at home and don't get charged for COVID, for somebody actually taking the risk on your behalf. Where is that compensation? I want to know, where is that compensation? See, with DoorDash stating that they shut down the program, they just opened themselves to a lawsuit for compensating drivers going out and risking themselves getting COVID, and probably most likely at the time, everybody thought everybody's going to die, whoever gets a COVID. So I really would like you guys to give me a feedback. How do you guys feel? They being taken advantage and not being compensated, or maybe you guys were compensated. I'm not aware of. Sorry, guys. But when I delivered those $4 deliveries, when I was testing out the app and I had to go to Nicholasville to test it, I don't remember there being a $5 or $10 COVID compensation fee. All I remember, you had to have a mask on my face.
In a quarter mile, make a right turn.
So I would like to know how you guys feel not being compensated for that. I really would. I also have my Doordash app on, just got on. Yes, I would have preferred to get on about 14-15 minutes earlier. But we had, that Uber delivery. We completed it just recently. So, we are back out dashing. We have $8 from the morning, plus that $10 that we just delivered right now. That puts us at $18 so far for the day, and $10 for the shift. Already had my breakfast / lunch and dinner. This delivery, I'm looking for those monsters, and that's a baby fish. We're gonna let it go, let it swim down the river. So see what else we can pick up. We'll go to that Applebee's down the road. Wow, Firehouse $4.75. If it was $6.25, I would take it. It's only 2.6 miles. Where's $4.75? I'm not sure I'll be able to complete it in 10 minutes. Special's telling me to complete it by 28, which is in 15 minutes. Now, I need a little bit more. An extra $2 more on that bone, and it would have been attractive. Not enough of meat on that bone. So we're gonna let it go down the river. I don't know why, but I do love these Uber offs. They usually are good Uber. Happy Panda, $5.50 for 9.3 miles. Too big of a run, not enough of meat on the bone. Let's send it down the river. Let it put some more meat on it. And I'm pretty sure somebody will take it. I'm hoping there isn't anybody out there taking these skeleton fish with no meat on it. McDonald's. Okay, guys. McDonald's, 9.1 miles for $6.50. Not enough of meat on the bone for me to go for 10 miles. Let it go down the river. Let it go down the river. Let it go down the river. Don't chase things that not worth it. Now we have Wendy's. Wendy's, $5.25 across the street, 1.3 miles. The problem is Wendy's. The line down there is too big, and I will have to wait on it. No. I just driven by the Taco Bell, Wendy's. Their line was just outside of reality. Lee's Garden, 2.6 miles, $6.25. And this is the one that I'm actually going to take. It is across the street from the restaurant. Not too far, but it takes me a little time to get there. Has a possibility of that hidden tip. Or in the worst case scenario, customer already knows. All he has to do is tip $4 and we'll deliver to the moon. So yes, guys, the 625 is, some people out there like it. I do not, because you might end up delivering to the moon for $4 tip.
Turn left onto Leestown Road, then turn right onto the Kentucky 4 East ramp.
You know, especially if the restaurant tells you need to go to the moon and come back to deliver them that secret ingredients so they can complete that meal preparation for them, so you can actually take it down the street for that $4 tip. I know. Sometimes my jokes are crazy, but that's sometimes what it feels when you have to wait at the restaurant for 30 minutes for food. But I haven't waited for that lately for that long, so I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining for others. Okay, I am stopping Uber Eats, and I'll show you guys why. I'll restart probably as soon as I pick up the order. It says I have to pick up by 11:28. Right now it's 11:20. That means I most likely will have to wait for about 8 minutes for this order, plus probably 5 more minutes to deliver it. That means if I get an order right now from Uber Eats, it's going to take me at least 15 minutes before I'll be able to even go and pick it up. So, trying to play safe than sorry. So I'll pause it for about, I don't know, 5 to 6 minutes, and then I'll turn it on, and then I'll reduce the amount of time if I instantly get an offer for waiting on that delivery for too long time. I have to go pick it up for too long time for. But I guess this place does Uber Eats as well. So let's go. So my Uber Eats app goes back online. I just picked it up and got it in my car. So let's go get this delivered. And as you guys can see, this is only a 3-minute ride. So let's make it happen. And hopefully Uber will throw me something, and I'll be busy.
Take the next right onto Lima Drive, then turn left onto Georgetown Street. Take the next left onto George.
And guys, keep in mind when you're out at the restaurant, not always you can see it, but sometimes you can see if they're having a lot of orders coming in. And especially if you know you're just going down the street and coming back, then you know, hey, no, if you need to come back to that restaurant, because they're having orders that might have not been dispatched yet. And sometimes Doordash or Uber might actually dispatch you.
Turn right onto Nandino Boulevard, then turn left onto Trotwood Drive.
Back to that restaurant to pick up the next one, because you might be the closest. So they had a couple orders that they are working on. So I'm definitely going to be rolling by. I'm not going to spend too much time waiting there. Maybe 2-3 minutes nearby. If I don't get nothing, then I'll move on. Trust me, there's so much of fish in this Doordash streets. All you have to be is just the right time at the right place. That's all that matters. Let's get this one done. So there is $1 hidden tip. That means, you know, they covered me for what, about 20 minutes, a little bit over 20 minutes, and I had it done really quick. So here's McDonald's, very stubborn, but we're not taking skeletons for deliveries. If the food was represented in the form of skeleton, can you guys imagine how unsatisfying that customer would be? He ordered a fish and got a skeleton instead for a fish. I know I would be pissed. And I said, where's the meat? Yeah, I got the bone, but where's the meat? Again. 4.6 miles for $4.50. Where's the meat? I got the bone, but where's the meat of the wing? Okay, 2 orders for $8.50. That means they're $4.25 a piece, 19 items, and I have who knows for how long to wait. Not enough of meat on the bone. And interestingly, Uber Eats is silent. You know, like that silent ninja. Silent. You know, the callers of Uber Eats kind of reminds me of the ninja. Now, guys, $16, 2 deliveries, 71 items. No. You know, there is meat on that bone, but I just don't want to get stuck at the Walmart. I know, it's past holidays, and honestly, when I was at the store, they have not had much stuff at the when I was there to pick up those orders. Okay, 10 miles. 10 miles. 2 deliveries. Wow, Doordash is desperate. Very desperate. Doordash, raise your base pay to $6. We might be responding differently to these deliveries. But, in other words, let it go down the river. But because a lot of drivers will not notice that it's a 2 deliveries on those orders, they'll take them. Now, Applebee's, 9.3 miles, $9. Now, I'll take it because there is some bone. There's some meat on this bone. So yeah, let's go. Pick it up and get it delivered. You guys, remember, I'm already driving into Lexington, so, well, right now, today I drove all the way up to North Lexington. That's about 55 miles. So if I've driven 55 miles, why would I be scared of 10 miles? If I've driven 55 miles for not doing a delivery, just for the hopes of doing these deliveries, making some money. So $10 for 10 miles or 10 miles for $9. As long as I can get it done.
Turn right onto Mercer Road.
In 25 minutes or
the
less.
Kentucky 4 West ramp.
I'm going to be equal or ahead of $20 an hour.
Continue on Kentucky 4 West for 2 miles.
Turn you off. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for deliveries that will help me stay $20 or above an hour. And I believe this particular delivery, because I am a little ways out, because I'm a little ways out, by the time I get there, it should be ready. So the time that I'm taking there, about 5 or 6 minutes to get there, maybe 2 minutes at the restaurant, then we have probably about 10-15 minutes. So that should give me, within 25 minutes, I should have this delivery done. And why not? And 10 miles, that's a write-off for me. So I get to keep the money at the same time, write-off majority of this delivery. Why not? I'm taking it. And the cost of my vehicle per mile, as we spoke in the past, is 30 cents, let's say. It's 30, but we can round it up to 30 cents. So 10 miles, that's $3. Hey, I still put $6 in my pocket after a majority of the expense. So you guys, yeah, when you guys do these deliveries, do some calculations. Yeah, I know. $5-6 deliveries down the street. As long as the food is ready, I'll take it all day. But a lot of times, the food might be ready, but for you to get that food through the drive-thru because the lobby is closed, is unrealistic. Okay, I messed up a little on this order. And partially my fault, partially it's hard to read those receipts. I show up to the restaurant, see an order on the shelf, I look at it, and it says very similar, Kyra, another one said Kira. So I'm looking at, it's almost the same name, but at the same time, it's slightly differently spelled. So I kind of wait for a couple of minutes, and I'm like, anybody here? And I'm like, hey, I'm here for so-and-so order. And she's like, right there. And I'm like, but it's a different name. And she points me to, she says, that's my name. And then she points me to the name that I need the order for. So here's a question that I have for you guys. And I do like the idea once in a while when you are at the restaurant, kind of, you feel like you need to give them that dollar tip and, reduce the tension that she developed with another driver, or might be something going on in the kitchen or whatever it is. Or, maybe you came into the restaurant and you forgot to say hi, or whatever the situation might be, or you're kind of, not happy because you have to wait for that order. I like to kind of ease off that tension with that dollar. Sometimes, you see that person needs, that kind of the lift up of the mood, because nobody does this $1 tip from drivers. So it kind of, changes the environment completely, quickly. Puts the smile on that person's face. They become appreciative. So, but right now, I kind of having a question. When I give that dollar, I give the dollar to that server. And I might change their day. But this restaurant needs highlighters. So they can highlight the name of the customer that we're picking up, because a lot of time, various different versions of these receipts print out. Sometimes, it's like, solving a puzzle when you go down this receipt to find the name of the customer. And I'm kind of wondering, should I buy 200 or 500 highlighters, and as I go around the restaurants and they do not have the customer name highlighted, just give them a highlighter so they can highlight it. But who's going to benefit out of it? For them, it's a little extra work. I'm as a driver, I'll benefit, because next time when I come in right now, I'm going to see that customer's name popping right into my face. But that server's not going to benefit from that. So, how do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should I go with highlighters, or should I continue that $1 that I've been doing? Because, I started off as a Christmas thing, but I'm seeing, it usually costs me, about $3 a day? I don't do, when I do it, there's days, I might have spent $5-7, but mostly it's about $3 a day, which means it's about going to be $60 to $80 a month. A year, we're talking about under $1,000. Might feel a lot, but it's under the $1,000 that I can write off on my taxes. But at the same time, I am making somebody's day better. So plus I also, when I come in, some of these places that remember me, they service me at priority level. And when I say they service me, they actually truly service me. They'll go and they'll push that order, so that order actually go at priority before even the customers that actually waiting at the restaurant. So, there is benefit doing that. Especially if you have something that they can actually remember you by really quickly, by, I don't know, by something, unique. That can pay forward big time. But the question is, at the same time, should I do the highlighters and continue the dollar thing? I don't know. I really would like your guys' feedback. What do you guys think? Yes, some of you guys might think I'm a big roller. It's not about the roller. It's about investment. It's about investment into that server. It's about investment into my business. It's about spending less time at the restaurant. It's about getting noticed. So, end of the day, it's an investment. Investment for whatever the investment purpose is. It's an investment. And it can and it will pay off if you're doing it right. And here's another question, Should I now double invest into highlighters as well as I continue doing this? I would like to get a feedback, because let's put it this way. And my goal is to make $50,000 a year. $56,000 a year. If my goal is to make that in a year before any expenses, and even if I spend $2,000 on gifts, and I spend another grand on highlighters, so I spend $3,000 on gifts altogether. That still leaves me $55,000 in profit. But at the same time, it helped me because I got those deliveries. Notice them on the shelf faster. I got them faster. I go around town when I pick up these delivery. People eventually remember me by name. We no longer have that, tension of ice breaking, because that ice got broken by that couple times giving that dollar to them. So, it's a small investment of $3,000 against $53,000 that allowed me to make. Because otherwise, if I would have not invested, would I make that 53? Probably not, because I would spend a lot more time at the restaurants waiting. Instead of waiting, I would be actually searching and putting more restaurants on the blacklist. So, it might be worth it. So, just a little something to think about, and appreciate if you guys could throw me feedback. What do you guys think I should do? Should I do both? Because I think I might have to do both. First, benefit me and other drivers by helping find those names. One, and then two, get noticed more by restaurant servers, and get serviced faster. And I'm about 3 minutes away from getting that delivery done, and we will be quite close for completing that first hour. I'm not even sure. I haven't even had time yet to count. I just kind of went back and counted, so that's going to be $26 for the first hour. I say it's going to be good. We'll go back and see how will our second hour be. Okay, that delivery is complete, guys. But I have a question to you guys. question that I'm not sure how you guys react. This delivery was delivered to an address with a 666. So their house address is 666, then the street name. How do you guys feel about the 666 situations, like an address, a phone number? You know, the 666, how do you guys feel? I know the biblical side of it, and I understand that side, but how do you guys feel personally? Like, ugh, you know, I'm not gonna go. And so, second of all, hand it to me. You know, the house is normal, looks like it's a rental. Somebody rents it, probably cheap because of the, you know, the number. But how do you guys feel, you know, delivering to the address like that? Or making a phone call to a phone number like that? Or maybe somebody having a social, or got a social number that was issued to them that has a 666 in it. How do you guys? I did quite some research on the internet, filtering out the religious view. And when you filter out the religious view, you actually get some interesting concept. You know, I'm not going to talk on that concept, but at least not in this video. But how do you guys feel? Do you guys want me to actually talk on that concept? Or maybe you guys want to actually do that research yourself? What, you know, what you find on the web, what you find on YouTube and other places. And hopefully I took the right turns out. And now I'm gonna head it back. So as I said, we completed this hour. So 16.25 plus there was a 10 on Doordash. On the Uber Eats, that puts us at $26. I say nice, not bad for the first hour. I don't know, I'm starting to like lunch hour more than the dinner hour, and that might be because during lunch hour there's barely any traffic, and dinner is just a lot of traffic. I don't know, I'm having a hard time getting myself to do dinner deliveries because of the traffic, and income's actually quite less. So I'd like to get some feedbacks from you guys. What would you guys say for this order? Supermercado Aquascalin restaurant. My understanding that is the Mexican restaurant at the Mexican grocery store inside. It is $4.25. It's $2 tip. And it's literally across the street. And I want to actually say it's actually might be in the Walmart shopping mall, that one of those smaller stores like AT&T or something. Okay, deliveries, and you missed the delivery. Guess I was waiting for too long. But $4. Come on, a little bit more bone on it. Oh well. Just wanted you guys to see that offer. That offer was marginal. Was, you know, so marginal, so close, and I was not too far away. Very marginal. And usually I don't have to wait at the restaurant maybe 3 minutes, 5. The most I think waited at the restaurant was 5 minutes one time. So it was marginal. 5 minutes to get there, 5 minutes to pick it up, 5 minutes to the customer, 15 minutes. Well, this is where it was the little issue. This delivery most likely would have taken me around 15 minutes to complete. And there were just slightly not enough of meat on the bone to cover that extra couple more minutes. I needed $1 more to make it worthwhile. One item, $4.50. No. Okay, I will. Okay, I'm on a. Okay, I know where I'm at. So I'll drive a little bit to the left, and then I'll hop back up, going again to the right. So put you guys on pause and see what comes around. Okay, we get this Wendy's, 5:25, 12 o'clock. I'm trying to see if I can get, probably not going to be able to get to Wendy's to see before it expires. Is it a worth delivery? It's just still too far. I cannot get a clear view. So I'm going to just cancel it, I guess. Because it's close enough, has that $5 to cover the 15 minutes, but you guys do know Wendy's sometimes can be longer wait than that 5-10 minute wait. And now I'm just okay, 1, 2 cars, 3 cars. So guys, maybe made a mistake, maybe, but you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna go back to that Applebee's, see if we can squeeze a little bit more deliveries out of that area. Maybe get a delivery from this Chinese place where I was earlier today. And see what I can do with the noon hour. But I start noticing it's becoming less and less busy compared to what it used to be. Like today was supposed to rain all day. It's just everything's wet, but there's not much of a rain. And even south of me, we're having a break in the sky, in the clouds. I can see the blue sky, so I think we're also having a lot of drivers. So see how it goes. You know, a lot of people did spend a lot of money for Christmas, and here's another 19 items right by the Walmart. But I think those are the apartments across the street from the Walmart. So either way, it's not enough for me to wait 30 minutes. The issue with Walmart is they reduced to one shopper and one guy that's bringing it out. Even though the amount of orders has reduced, but also one guy handling 10 cars, how quickly can he handle those 10 cars? So that is, you know, a realistic question. Firehouse Subs, 5.7 miles, going into downtown. Too much of traffic right now. Nope. I'm not going to be able to complete it in 15 minutes, and then yes, I'll end up in downtown, and maybe, you know, it's a good thing. I might be able to pick something up there, but I barely be able to make that delivery in 15 minutes. Well, you guys gonna ask me, but Slavic, you're driving with no deliveries at all. That actually burns into your in your mouth as well. Guys, if I can pick up a $10 delivery and complete that in 15 minutes, that means I bought myself extra 15 minutes. Now I can go out and actually hunt for that another $10 delivery that's going to take me 15 minutes. Or, or get that $20 or that, let's say $15 delivery for 20 minutes of delivery of time to complete it. So, those are the deliveries that are the best paying out deliveries. And if I can, get, let's say, two $15 deliveries every hour, I wouldn't have to dash for 10 hours. I'd probably get my 200 in 5 hours and go home. So, I am looking for something that actually can benefit me. Where I come in, get it done, get out. And every single one of these deliveries, if it had a $6 base pay instead of a $2 base pay, how many more of these deliveries I would have been taking, completing it, and actually reaching my 207 hours instead of 10 hours. We're back to Applebee's, see what we can get. But I'm not seeing my drivers here today. So here's another question I have to you guys. I notice offers on Doordash is quite low today. So a question pops up at Christmas dinner. How much does the drivers really make? And one guy said, hey, I'm watching this Slavic on YouTube, and he's averaging $20 an hour, and sometimes even more. And then the other guy at the table says, guys, what? Yeah, I'm watching Pedro as well, and he's actually doing over $20 an hour as well. And then the third guy says, damn, and I'm only working for $12 at McDonald's? Why should I tip these guys if they're making that much? So my question to you guys, aren't we we as YouTubers making it worse by talking about making $20 an hour, by sharing all this, and then general public thinks that, if I'm making that much, that should be everybody else. But I personally believe, like me, Pedro, and some other out there, there's maybe only a 2 or 3% of us that actually make over $20 an hour. Rest of the drivers, I think, make half that. 2 items, $6.25, 2.4 miles, and it contains alcohol. I'll take this. There might be a hidden tip in this thing as well. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna go pick it. I want to actually let you guys know this delivery had no grounds of a hidden tip as a shopping order, but as a food delivery, then yes, it had. So I still have not done enough of these shopping orders to figure out what are the grounds for tip deliveries. So that's one of the reasons I decided to take it and see, is there any grounds for this one to be a tip delivery or not? Or a hidden tip delivery or not? So here's the story. It took me 5 minutes to find these 2 items. It took another 6 more minutes to get checked out. This place is really busy with the checkout. Now, I want to show you guys something else. I'm going straight, so okay. You guys remember when the offer came in? It was on the screen. It said there is. Oh wow! I have 6 minutes on this delivery, and they're giving me this delivery. I'll take it. Let's see if I can screenshot it first. They'll have to wait a little because I have to deliver this one. But let's go back. Do you guys see an alcohol on this delivery? Because I don't. And it asked me, this is an alcohol delivery, I have to make sure that I ID the customer. So I'll have to let the customer know that there's a glitch and I still need to ID him for nothing. Let's get this delivery done. It's kind of beauty because I took that Uber delivery and it's kind of taking me towards it, but at the same time too far north. So let's see. And I have 3 minutes left on this delivery, plus hopefully customer is there and can provide me that ID so I can put in their date in and finish this delivery and move on to pick up that Uber Eats delivery and get that delivery done. And let's go. You guys just seen the messages. Reminder, this order contains alcohol. Before handoff, follow the instruction to ID the customer. Oh God. So we're done with this one, $6.75. So there was no hidden tip action. All it was is inflated base. As I said, I do not know how all this calculates, so I'm taking it to see it. But let's jump to the Uber delivery.
Make a right turn on Greendale Road.
And they're telling me to go back so I can. And I'm already here. You know what? I don't understand what's going on. But I'm here. I'm gonna make a left, jump on the State 25 and take the straight shot down.
Make a right turn on Citation Boulevard.
So yeah, a guy comes out because it said, hand it to him. I let him know there is a glitch on the platform and I need to verify his ID. So he laughs, goes in, brings out ID, and I'm like, hey guy, I do apologize, but I think Doordash think there's alcohol in these pills, so that's why I need to check your ID. So grab his ID. When I went to verification process, it just it immediately skipped the verification process and completed a delivery. So I'm like, okay, gave them his ID back and said, I guess glitch just resolved itself. What do you guys think when we started IDing customers because they're ordering because they order cough pills, and there might be a drop or two of the alcohol inside of that cough pill? I think I'm already almost an hour into this video, and we're only an hour and a half into deliveries. Today is either I'm talking too much or whatever, but it's crazy. Got it picked up and on my way to drop it off. Completed the delivery for this hour. We are standing, I believe, at $14. might be a mistake, but I believe that's where we're standing at. So, okay, we need to get back into town. We're into shopping center. There's McDonald's, few other things on the north side of me, but I am not interested in McDonald's and fast foods. So let's go back and see if we can get anything else. So so that's $23 before I think I'm still short on two tips on Uber. So 23 plus 23, that's 46. 46 minus 10, 8. 46, that puts it at 38. Plus there's a tip that's 2 tips that's missing. So for the 2 hours I'm good, but for the last hour I'm a little short. So, but as you go, there'll be good hours, bad hours, but on average, what are you making in an hour before expenses? Then you apply your expenses, and then after you subtract your expenses, you need to ask yourself, is this worth it? And I'll tell you guys honestly, if you're not making before expenses 20 hours, I'm not sure if that is worth it for you, because you probably can get a better job paying hourly. And I know some places during this holiday season were hiring, Walmart, like they were hiring at $14, $16, $18 an hour, like for pulling for us to pick up, pulling the items off the shelf. They're hiring at $18 an hour. Bring it out to the cars, $16 an hour. Now, of course, probably most of those went home because the holiday is done. But hey, that's not bad of a pace. And if you guys noticed, today I'm not trying to sit too much at that Walmart area. I'm trying to spend most of the time here by Applebee's or this Chinese place. And I watched sometime Pedro's videos, and I'm like, man, how little cars there is on the road, guy. Where your dash? And then when I come here to North Lexington, I'm like, I think I might be in St. Louis. Maybe not as much of good deliveries, but a lot of, a lot of room to move around without having to deal with the traffic. So let's roll back to Applebee's and see if we can get something again down there and see where it takes us. It seems like both apps are quite silent, and that's not common. Okay, can I deliver this in half an hour? And I'll say yes, because mostly everything is freeway or 55 plus a mile. So yeah, I'm taking it. So 11:50, that means I need to make it done by half an hour. And I am making it done by half an hour. If not, I'm not gonna like it. Yes, it takes me into South Lexington, not exactly where I want to be, but oh well. Maybe there's some business there that I'm not aware of. I know the thing is taking me, there'll be some business gonna take me back into downtown. So 11:50, I spent 3 or 4 minutes, took advantage of my personal needs as well, while they were finishing up bagging the food. And I have 15 minutes to complete it. So in about 20 minutes, $11. There shouldn't be much traffic that direction either, so I should get it done by 20 minutes. That's maximum 25 minutes total with everything. Let's go and get it done. Okay, completed the delivery because I hit the wrong spot on the screen. The payout disappeared and I have not gotten the chance to get photographed, but it was 11:25. So we are at $61 from the morning and $53 since we started the lunch shift. Let me get out of here. So that means we need $7 to complete this hour. As you guys can see, I am in South Lexington. I already have an Uber app running. And I'll need to switch the apps. So I'm going to have to write down. And I'll go kind of wondering, should I let me try this experiment. I'll keep running as a North Lexington, and hopefully they'll send me a delivery back to North Lexington. I am not in too bad of a spot. All I have to go is just about a mile to open myself to Deliveries. Hey! And we got a McDonald's. Actually taking me further into the South Lexington. Not a good McDonald's. But, you know, it pays me quite well, so why not take it?
Head to your pickup at McDonald's Pimlico and Man O' War.
So that gave me $8, which means it covers me for about 25 minutes. So let's see, can we get this done in 25 minutes? Right now is 1:24, which is also, you know, those $8 that we needed to complete the to be at $20 an hour. So can we complete it by 12? 12:50? No, by 1:50. If we can complete it by 1:50, this delivery was actually worth it. So let's see what happens. I want to ask you guys a question. Have you guys been in a situation
on Pimlico Parkway?
when you arrive to McDonald's, like an example, like I was right now, and they're trying to give you somebody else's order that's actually ordered behind you, instead of giving you the online order? I just exactly what I had. She's so busy, she's trying to knock it out.
Make a right
She's
turn on
prepping
Man O'
that
War
order that's
Boulevard.
behind me. And then she's here, and I'm like, this is an online order. And she looks at me. So she puts it down, grabs another person behind me order, and tries to give me that order. I'm like, no, I need Uber Eats order. And she's like, and then she turns around and asks the person, what is Uber Eats order is? And the lady says, what's the number? And I'm like, and I give the number, and she brings it out and says, give him this. Finally. Then I look at the tag and it matches the number.
Armstrong Mill Road.
I tell you guys, some of these new hires, they want to show off to their managers so much that they'll just give you anything just to try to get that drive-through run through. Keep moving forward. It was just amazing how she tried to give me everybody else's order. I could have just, just taken and go. And, and then, just cancel that Uber delivery. But, guys, that's just not right. When they put people on these drive-thrus, on these windows, they need to let them know that there's multiple types of orders. Especially when they're keeping the lobby closed. So yeah, guys.
In a quarter mile, make a right turn on Armstrong Mill Road using the upcoming right lane.
It can be fun sometimes. That's why you want to watch what they're giving you, because you do not want to grab somebody else's order. Trust me.
Using the right lane, make a right turn on Armstrong Mill Road. Because
the situation they were trying to resolve by keeping that drive-through moving is exactly what you're going to create is actually a plug. Because now they have to prepare the order. Alright, guys. We're about 5 minutes away. We're at 37. That puts us at 42 by 45. We should be done with that order. I'm liking it. We're already at $60. We'll be at $60. Or at 60. That would be 69 for the day and 60 for the for the 3 hours. I like it. You guys do remember when Doordash says, oh, you can still get orders and not in your zone? I just reactivated my Doordash app. So, still with the North Lexington zone. And I'm hoping I can get something back to North Lexington. So, let's see. Trying to see, how much of orders they're going to give me. What kind of orders they'll give me from outside of my zone to bring me back into my zone or dash in this zone. As I said, we should complete it by 1:50. We completed it by 1:45 and would have been sooner. But this apartment complex, it's very complicated to find what you're looking for. So, which we just finished this hour off with 60 or $61, something like that. I think 61. So now we need to pick up a delivery that will take us back north or something, and it seems like Doordash has a hard time delivering the promise. I said when you end up in the wrong side of the zone, we'll help you get back into the zone. But really, where is that help? I'm not seeing it. No help to get back. So guys, I'll call it the end for this video. It's over an hour. It's already too much to watch to begin with. And I'll keep on dashing today since I already had my breakfast/lunch. So I'll be keep on dashing until I make my goal or something nearby. Now I'm at what, 69 or something like that for the day. And I consider that to be good. We held the $20 an average for the 3 hours. And I'll continue doing some experiments as I try to continue Dash. So, because I'm looking at where I can increase my 20 to higher and hold it. So, thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And make sure you click the bell. And I'll have more of these as well as other videos. Be blessed.